Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode here on Big Van Small World. And for those of you that are new here, my name's Mel and I'm currently turning this Mercedes Vario into a luxurious overland camper van. And when I've finished, I'm going to go off travelling and in the hunt and search for treasure. So if that's something that interests you, then please do consider subscribing to my channel. Now today, well, a couple of days ago, I've been really busy ordering stuff on Amazon. I've been searching the internet and the cheapest place I can buy this sort of stuff is actually on Amazon. Be very careful what you buy on Amazon. Do check other listings on there because there are some unscrupulous sellers on Amazon that hike the prices up to make that little bit more profit out of you guys. So please be very careful. Don't buy the first thing you find on Amazon. Have a little search around on there to try and grab yourself a bargain. It does really pay off. I mean, this week I've brought my Pointang Wi-Fi antenna. I've brought some glands. These glands on Amazon, you can find them anywhere between £30 to £8.95, just like I did. Huge difference in price. So do shop around on Amazon. Like I say, it really does pay. And stuff like this, that probably sounded really loud on my microphone. For example, stuff like this solar panel cable. I've got, how much have I got there? Let me just get my phone. I'm going to use this as an example of difference in pricing, right? Let me have a quick look, because I can't remember what I paid for it now. It was a couple of days ago. Yeah, I'm that much of an expert, I can't even find it. My orders. So this is 100 foot of solar cable. I paid £33.99 for it, including delivery with Amazon Prime. Sounds expensive, but also on another listing, let's just search solar cable and I'll find 25 foot of the same cable, but they did put the glands on each end, is £39, you see. So £39 for 25 foot, or £30 for 100 foot. Massive difference. So do bear that in mind. When you go on Amazon looking for this sort of stuff, make sure you shop around. Just don't buy the first thing that comes up in your suggested search panel. Not always the best choice. Right. So now that I've got my Pointang aerial, my two glands and my solar cable, it means I can finish off wiring everything that's going to go onto the roof. Now I have got Starlink, but I'm not going to mount that permanently on the roof of this van because we've got more than one van, so that Starlink we can take with us and use it in multiple vans. So this is all that's going to go on the roof of my van. And once I've installed all these cables, threaded them through the roof, it means I can actually start installing the ceiling in my van. Now unfortunately the lovely Rebecca isn't with us to help today. She's very sick. She's at home, tucked up in bed, trying to recover. She's very, very ill at the moment. So please go over to her channel and send her some love and some support. She really could do with it right now, bless her. I'm sure she would really appreciate it. Right, let's get on and get this stuff fitted to the roof of my van. Now I have two 400 watt solar panels on the roof of my van. I'm not going to wire them in series, I'm going to wire them in parallel. And to do that, I'm going to use a wire connector like this one. So basically we get one negative from one panel, plug it into this wire connector, get a negative from the other panel, plug it into the other branch of this wire piece. So whereas we would have had two negative cables, we've now only got one negative cable. And this is where I'll feed the cable down through the roof of my van into my Bluetti power pack. Yes, I'm going to use a Bluetti power pack to power this van, but I'm going to use that power pack in quite an unconventional manner. I've come up with a rather unique idea and I'm hoping it will work. It is a bit experimental, whereas I'm going to use the Bluetti AC300 as my control unit, but I'm going to use two lithium batteries for my 12 volt supply. So my Bluetti will be giving me my 240 volt power and the two lithium batteries will be giving me my 12 volt power. And it'll all be controlled by the actual Bluetti itself. I do hope that makes sense, but it will make sense when I make the video. Right, let's get some cable and thread it through the roof of this van. Very nearly forgot to thread the gland over the cable. I'm not going to mastic this gland down to the roof until I've actually got all of the cables in place, and then once I open a tube of tiger seal, I'll glue everything down all in one go. I've got two of these to glue down and seal. That goes that end like that. This cable goes underneath there, and we'll put an end on this. Oh look, it's already been pre-cut. That's handy. So you actually fix these to the cable, and then this pushes over it and locks it into place. These are a bit naff, I've got to admit. These solar connectors. Rather than use a crimping tool, I just use a pair of pincers and fold these leaves over independently. So I'll do one that side, then I don't know if my camera's going to pick this up like that. It's a bit cock-handed doing this. You get the picture. Just do one at a time. If you really want to, you can solder these in place, which is probably the better option. But this is all I do. And crimp it up nice and tight with that part of the pliers like that. There we go. Nice and secure. And then, if I can find it, the end. See, it's got these little ridges around there, so it's like a one-way catch. Once that goes on, it clicks into place, and that's it. And that prevents the cable from coming out and also makes it completely waterproof. And this one goes in now. Should I plug this in? Yeah, I'm not going to plug this in, because once that's plugged in, then it makes a circuit, and we don't want to short circuit anything. Right. Yeah. So I'm not actually going to make the final connection just yet. I'm just going to leave it like that whilst I carry on doing the rest of it, and I won't connect the solar panels together until I'm actually ready to install everything in a permanent way. Easier, doesn't it? Yes. Okay. solar ones. And that is it. Our nice little flange is all done. Just got to glue them down. I think that's all I need to do. The pointang aerial, I'm not going to fix this down just yet because it stands up quite high. And as you can see, the ceiling in the barn is quite low. So we're just going to leave that laying down on top of the ceiling for now. We don't want to lose it while we're getting in and out of the barn. So, right, time for lunch. Messy, right? But it's not going to leak, that's for sure. There really is no neat way of doing this. No matter how hard you try, it's going to be messy. It's as simple as that. Look at that. Just a little tiny piece. Just to make sure that doesn't leak. Now, I've never used this stuff before. Sticks like what it says on the tube. So I'm going to put it to the test. I'm going to glue a little piece of wood to there using sticks like poo, and yeah, just wanted out of interest, because I've never used it before. In the past, I've always screwed my campervan interiors together. Always, everything's just screwed together. But I've just come across a little bit of a problem with this van, and that is the window frame. I've never used these windows before either. Right, see where I'm going with this. This is all new territory for me. Put a light on so you can see. So I need to make this wooden frame, but the only way I can secure this frame is by gluing it in place, because we've got our metal underneath. So I'm going to use some of that sticks like poop on this. I've cut it to size. It's nice and level with this. When I put whatever panel I decide to go down here, it's level with this. If I don't put a frame, then this piece of panel will just flap around in the wind. So I'm going to glue all this in place using this. So we'll see. And at the same time, while I'm at it, I'm going to do this little test piece as well, just to see if it does really stick like shit. Well, it is now over a day later. Actually, this is 2 days later. And Becky is with us now. She's recovered from her rather nasty sniffly cold, wasn't it?
It was horrible, but we're all better now.
And she's busy insulating the van. Now, let's get back to my sticks like stuff. Sticks like shit. Just say it as it is, right? Yeah, it just broke off really easy. There it goes. It just snapped off really easy. So, and it's still tacky as well. And this is the second attempt. I actually did another piece, so I weren't too sure about this piece. And it is, you can hear, it is actually still wet. And that was, yeah, that's been on there for a good 2 days. So it just goes to show that sticks like shit really is quite shit. So we're going to leave that, and we're going to try now some Evo stick wood glue, which apparently is really good. So this could end up being our glue of choice. Right, so the first job we're going to do is make some wheel boxes, because Rebecca has insulated those.
Yeah, I'm very proud of that.
What did you feel for there? My wobbly step. So yeah, my first job today is to make some wheel covers for the wheel arch cheese.
Yeah.
Wheel arch cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Go find my ovals, get to work. So I'm just getting ready here, as you can see. I've got my track saw and everything. I'm just setting it all up, ready to start making my wheel box covers. And Becky calls me over, she says, Mel, look at this, we've got a dragonfly's got a boo-boo.
She literally does. Yeah, take a look at this. We hadn't noticed it until now.
There's a plaster.
There's a plaster. And it looks like dragonflies had a bit of a hole. And we didn't even know.
Is it a hole?
I think it is.
Why's there sticky plaster on the roof?
I don't know. Oh, it's very sticky. Let's have a look. Oh, frickin' hell! It's a blinking great hole out to nowhere. Ooh.
Well spotted. I'm glad you spotted that. Imagine if you hadn't spotted it.
Well, it's not where you normally would expect a hole. So I'm guessing it was maybe for an aerial or something.
Yeah.
And it was just tacked over with literally plaster. So, good on you, Richard.
Richard might not have done it.
Well, maybe not. Let us know if you noticed it or if it was there before. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it lasted well.
And that aerial's been cut.
That one's been cut, yeah.
So we need to get a car aerial of some sort anyway.
And we'll just have to decide which one we want to use.
Well, that one I reckon, because
it'll
the
be
camera's
better
above that one.
Yeah. So we'll block this one off and use that one. So, yeah, great. A hole we weren't expecting, but actually it will come in very handy.
What, the plaster or the hole?
The hole. There we go.
I was going to say, you wouldn't want to use that again.
No.
By 90. That gives us a lid. Right. 43 by 90. I'm a little bit out of practice for this woodwork malarkey. I'm just making a simple box. And it's taken me a lot of head scratching to get my head round. But we'll get there. 43 by 90. 43 by 90, remember that. Perfect. Just let that dry, and this is apparently 5 minutes. So 5 minutes, we should be able to fit this in my van. We'll see. So whilst I've been making me wheel arch boxes, let's have a look at what Becky's been up to. Look at that, she's done a wonderful job. She started insulating the ceiling.
Yeah, and I've done all the curved bits.
All the curvy bits.
So that the Celotex can come up on the flat bits. I mean, I've just gone round that one.
Oh yeah, we've got to put a...
Oh shit!
It's supposed to have turned up today, the aerial.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's alright. That's alright, I can just plug a hole in it. It's fine. Oh. And also she's done recycled bottled insulation all around the edges.
Only when we're not drilling.
Only when we're not drilling. And some more dodo mat across the back there. So basically all the curvy bits, all the bits where Celotex, this stuff, won't bend, Becky's put dodo mat.
Yeah, it is brilliant stuff because it does just curve with the van, and it's just fitted in nicely.
Nice, it looks really neat.
It looks good, doesn't it?
It looks very good, I'm very impressed.
So I'm happy with my good hard work today.
I'm going to actually go and check and see if that aerial has turned up. It's supposed to turn up today.
Oh, right, okay. And Mel's at it again. He's doing his famous trick. Can you guess what it is? It's make a box time! With none other than Evo Stick and the famous masking tape. Watch the master at work.
Well, the aerial turned up and it plugged the hole perfectly. It was a little bit fiddly. It did take 2 hands and a mouthful of nuts and bolts, and plus Becky had to hold it on top of the roof while I put the bolt in.
It's nice though, nice and snug fit.
Take the camera and show everyone my nice little £10 aerial.
And it pivots as well. Pivot! But we won't show you that at the moment because we've just obviously set it. But it does rotate on the ball. It looks great, yeah.
What's it look like from down here? Oh yeah, it looks alright that. The aerial don't look too bad either. Yeah, that's alright that. Well done. Thumbs up for Becky.
Thumbs up or bums up? Yeah.
First impressions, I'm really impressed with this. It's been over 10 minutes now and I can still trim the excess off. Problem is this panel kind of moved a little bit, but now it's set. It is what it is, I guess. Luckily these are only for my wheel covers, but look at that, it's spewed out, but with a sharp blade I can just trim it off really easy.
And it's paintable?
Yeah, it's paintable apparently. So we can paint over it. We can sand it down, make it all nice and smooth. Not that it matters, because you won't see these. These aren't going to be visible.
No. But you could if you were doing a garage area that you used to see.
Cabinetry, I think you would
It's good for
use
you
it a
to
bit
test.
carefully, because this is spewed out everywhere and made a bit of a mess.
Well, maybe a good idea would be to run your finger with a wet cloth or something over it before it sets.
Yeah, but, it's 10 minutes, it's done.
Yeah, so it's good stuff then.
Important thing is, do they fit? Let's find out. Is my tape measure still working properly? Because you know, them tape measures, they do like go wrong after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't last forever, you know. This piece, that's going to be glued up against there like that, and eventually that's going to sit there. They're going to be super strong. Bluetti's going on top of this one, and my 200 amp hour batteries are going to be going on top of the other one, and this will be all underneath the bed. Yeah, I'm pleased with them. And now these are coming in, I'm getting that Campervan vibe. I saved a little bit of wood by putting that extra panel in there. like that. Couldn't be better. Although there's a bit of a gap in this one. That's deliberate, that's for ventilation, that is. That's to let any condensation come out on this. So there you go, hopefully you found this video mildly entertaining, slightly informative. If you did, then don't forget to check out this video. I'm sure you'll find it just as entertaining. Thanks for watching. Ta-ta for now.
See you later, guys.